Some thoughts travel from distant places, are not born within our borders, must pass through heightened security, fortified by age-old tradition, the norms of societal culture, the misgivings of prejudice and misplaced judgment, in order to arrive peacefully in our minds. Our minds are high-walled fortresses where security councils gather to preserve comfort, enforce what we have been taught to value, and discern and determine what is real. We depend on our minds to guide and aid us from one day to the next. Some of us see our minds like muscles we exercise with theorems, riddles, thoughts, and thought processes. We gather and store information, play word games, rap, solve problems, work to the best of our abilities. We accept and reject labels and categorizations at face value. We sometimes choose lifestyles based upon the accepted labels we identify with, which then take the form of beliefs. Beliefs are the police of the mind. Which is to say, fuck the beliefs. They are either uniform or universal, armed or unarmed. They hold the power to confiscate material they consider hazardous or incredible. They profile experience and information as bullshit, nonsense, get the fuck out of here. They convene regularly with the Thought Security Council and act according to their constitution of what is real or unreal, possible or impossible, and they are sometimes, well, often, mistaken. My question to you tonight is, what is your mind's immigration policy? Do you detain foreign thoughts that may have entered your mind illegally against the wishes of your parents, pastors, teachers, or simply against the security of your own comfort? Are there other thoughts you have allowed to go unchecked, unquestioned because they seem aligned with your so-called identity? Are you certain that you're not a victim of identity fraud? Touch me again. Jason, we all live in towers, but separate but equal powers. So bridge the gap and make it ours. Lead on. Or impossible, and they are some or impossible, or impossible, and they are sometimes, or often, mistaken. My question to you tonight is, what is your mind's immigration policy? Do you detain foreign thoughts that may have entered your mind illegally against the wishes of your parents, pastors, teachers, or simply against the security of your own comfort? Are there other thoughts you have allowed to go unchecked, unquestioned because they seem aligned with your so-called identity? Are you certain that you're not a victim of identity fraud? Touch me again. For celebrity? Validation? Is it a quest for celebrity? Validation? A desire to be seen as one who counts, to be among the counted, a limited number of seats given to some, denied to others, the latest American religion taking off where Scientology left off, the great mind control, the belief you can become, the belief that you can know. Is it a matter of cultivating envy, making others wish they could have what you have, live the life you live, the God of those who beat the odds, cultivating talent, investing 10,000 hours, cultivating ideas or exploiting them, thinking of what others have not thought of, making communication easier, exploiting the unknown, fulfilling people's unwanted desires, making them feel they can't live without something they have always lived without? Is it self-actualization or self-image actualization? Is it the desire to see one's name in print or in lights? Do the successful escape the everyday travails of worry, disappointment, debt, and doubt? Heroes, mothers, martyrs? Is it about self-sacrifice or having to sacrifice nothing? Is it about changing the times in which we live, exercising compassion through entrepreneurial individualism, striking gold, being of service, the golden rule, divine intentions, raising families that share those intentions? Is it more about ambitions than intentions, setting a goal, having a drive, libido? Are we acting out a sexual fantasy to control, to dominate, to be controlled, to be dominated? Is it about philosophy, described and prescribed patterns of thought, delineating a structure, a framework? Are we talking to ourselves? Are we addicted? cultivating addiction? Should we replace weed with tobacco or tobacco with weed? Water with wine or wine with water? Sugar with honey or agave? Meat with tofu? Ridding ourselves of toxins? Is that it? Ridding ourselves of the unwanted, the undesirable, the unhealthy? Are your thoughts simply an echo of how you feel? Are your feelings as good as thoughts? Can you distinguish between the two? What is the purpose? Money? Does that solve the problem? What is the problem? What is the question? Will how I ask the question determine the answer? What time is it? Who set the clock? Who coded, decoded time? Are there different ways of keeping it? What is the standard? What is the guiding principle? Get rid of fear? Every individual knows what it feels like. Everyone is wrapped in their own emotions, beliefs, timelines, and connections. You can make as much sense of it as you wish, or retreat into your shell of beliefs and disbeliefs. Will you observe, take action, build, contribute, sit back, doubt, grow fat through comfort or through worry? What if nothing you are convinced of is actually the case? What if it works the way it does in your presence because it's what you expect of it? What if the truth is not enough? What if it is not enough to be sincere in your actions and deeds? If you must also learn to listen and not blame, to see your own faults and not list those of others? What if the other is a lie? If nothing is original, unique, or without purpose? What if it means that you must sometimes sit in silence and not defend yourself? What if you are not alone and alone? Unable to see the reason or understand, and your understanding in all of its glory manages to still get in the way? What if your mind works against you? What if it is simply not your time and the stars are right where they belong for it all to make sense and you choose not to believe it? What if you are too tired to write or think, the music is too loud to concentrate or fall asleep? What if when you turn off the music, your mind starts to orchestrate the silence, and every creak of wood, the wind through trees, the call of birds, your heartbeat is enough to dance? Dance.
Counterfeit colonel of one-man army seeks heiress of wonderbread for deli of dogmas. Farm-raised catfish of fathomless beginning seeks mermaid of primordial waters for upstream marathon and depthless stream of consciousness. Armless conductor of styrofoam orchestra seeks brass-sectioned robot for radio broadcast of new symphony written in blood. C# for details. Dead organist seeks prenatal plastic surgeon for everybody knows job in purgatorial pursuit of skeletal bones sent down the wrong pipe. Handyman foot doctor with specialty in dog paws seeks Elizabeth Taylor type for long walks in circles and pumice stone skipping in the fountain of youth. Young nigga seeks truth. I just wrote it yesterday, so I'm trying to figure out how it goes. I got the title. We were in Haiti. Conan had just gotten off stage from dancing with the localized sensation. I can't take it, she erupted. You've had to live 100 years with watching you dance, and you're tired of seeing immigrants?
Slave. It's also there in coding. If there's any coders here, you guys know. Once again, that we are reliant on terms that come from the colonialist perspective race and gender in our machines. The name of this next poem is Colton as Cotton. Now, Ben, how many of you know what coltan is? No? Okay. Coltan is the precious stone that is in all of our smartphones and laptops. We all have probably here a bit of coltan in our pockets or what have you. And 85% of the coltan on the planet, the best quality coltan, comes from Central Africa, the Congo, Rwanda, Burundi. A great deal comes from the Congo. It's what distributes power through small circuitry boards. And so it's used to create, like I said, smartphones, laptops, but also drones, high-end machinery, war-grade machinery, coltan. And of course, last year this time, I was in the middle of spending 3 months in Rwanda, and I was visiting, amongst other things, I was visiting mines, coltan mines, and thinking about that disconnect. You know, as those of us who pride ourselves standing on the front lines have our own things that remain unquestioned, you know. Little do we know that we carry a little piece of the Congo in our pocket every time we're swiping. And as you can imagine, the level of exploitation at those mines is not very different from what we learned years ago about diamond mines and gold mines. And it's interesting, right? It's interesting to think that what King Leopold from Belgium did in the Congo for rubber. And of course, when I say rubber, it's like, oh, for rubber. But we all are on cars here with 4 tires, right? We all have a great deal of rubber in our lives too. Used to be that the abolitionists in the 1800s, their main thing that they would boycott would be sugar. Because they were aware, very aware of where the sugar came from, which is why Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. It was because of the Domino sugar factory.
Sorry.
Which is why Haiti was called the Pearl of the Antilles, because it was the
I know what it is. Okay, now.
the richest
I do that a lot.
and the highest producing island of all,
Dies. And that sale was called the Louisiana Purchase.
dies, and that sale dies, and that sale was called the Louisiana Purchase. It's how we acquired so much of the South, was because Haiti defeated Napoleon, and Napoleon lost so much money getting defeated that he sold the rest of the states to us. These connections, right? These disparate connections, robots, free labor.